Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. Appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule. Stop in and see what it is I'm up to. It is Monday, the 23rd of January, 2023. 4:45 in the afternoon. It is 62 degrees Fahrenheit outside in Jacksonville, Florida. 45% humidity. 17 C. And we are off to the daughters. I'm actually running a little late. I was trying to get out of here earlier, but when I started getting ready, my son showed up. He had a few things to rock and roll. So, and then of course you get talking. Oh, things happen, right? It's only 10, 15 minutes max to my daughter's place. So, let's see. Last night we were teasing my granddaughter, the youngest one. She was doing dishes and taking forever. She only had a few dishes that she had to hand wash, and she got into that. She got that electronic crack going. They gave her a phone for her birthday, and she's all into that thing. You have to keep hollering at her, turn the music down. She's more involved with it than actually getting her work done. Imagine that. So, I was teasing her. She had to hurry up and get done so she could come home with me. And I had a couple dishes in my sink that needed to get done. And she wasn't having that. She said, "No, I don't like doing it. I'm no good at it." Her mom said, "Yes, she is. See? That means I can take out all the dishes out of my cabinets and you can rewash them for me." No. Not having it. But, little sway back table. Oh. I really didn't do a whole lot last night. Well, I should have. I didn't get home until it was almost midnight by the time I got home, which with my sleep schedule isn't really that unusual. You know, it's still like the middle of the day for me. But I didn't really do anything. I put like 3 items away, and I sat thinking while I was doing other stuff, sitting there thinking, well, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? Where can I put this? I haven't really come up with an idea for most of it. Like I said, I got a couple of things figured out, and hopefully I remember where I put them if and when I need them. Like a small shop vac. Tiny one too. It's only like a half gallon or 3 quarts or something. It's a tiny thing, but so it fit down underneath the sink, and I realized that I had some candles and stuff down under the sink, and a couple of other little boxes, and a few odds and ends that I'd forgotten about. So Some of the stuff, like, it came off of the porch and went into Sherry, went into the front seat of the van, and I realized that stuff should go in the one cabinet that I don't access a whole lot, but it's, like, it's all my battery chargers and spare wires, extension cords, stuff like that. And what I put in the van was actually one of my better battery chargers for a vehicle, and then a large inverter and the controller that controls how much energy goes to what or whatever. You're supposed to use it when you use the solar panel, and yeah. So I put that out in the van, but I'm thinking I might want to go ahead and grab that and put it back in that cabinet with the chargers. I'm at least going to grab the charger and put it in there with all the other chargers. I don't know how it got put on the porch. It may have been the last time I used it. I put it on the porch, and then I couldn't find it, and that's why I was using one that's now in the back of the ear, which also needs to get picked up, put back in that cabinet. But it was easier to throw it in here, and I'll take care of it later. Yeah. So the oldest granddaughter said something last night about procrastinate with her homework. I was teasing her. She hadn't finished her homework yet. Late on Sunday. They're like, you're gonna be finishing up in the back in the car on the way to school tomorrow. And she started to say procrastinate. She had it wrong like 3 different ways. I said, why worry about procrastination? Just put it off until tomorrow. And she sat for a minute. She said, Bob, that's what it means. Yeah, I know. You have to have a little fun with them. Now they just made up. They actually turned the back porch into a mud room and a bedroom for the oldest granddaughter, for their oldest daughter. She'll be 14, I think. Yeah, 14 here in a couple of weeks. But it's at the back of the house. She spent her first night in it Saturday night. They finally got the bed and everything in, and she spent her first night back there. And then she was back there last night. It started raining, and it's got a different sound of rain on the roof, I guess, in their other room. And she was a little concerned about that. I said, what you got to do, Dad, is go out there and scratch on the window a little bit, and then step back, and then come back and scratch on the window a little bit. We're standing out in the yard with a flashlight and call her name real spooky. And their mom was like, no, she'd be crawling up in bed with me. She's like, we just spent all this time and money getting that room all set up, and she'd never use it. You're probably right. We need to be, men in general, need to be supervised at all times. Because otherwise, yeah. But it makes life fun. Yeah, like the other day, when I was at the other daughter's house, and the boys were playing around with one of the hand trucks, the little dollies, kind of pushing each other around. And the youngest one had his brother on it. I mean, they're 6 and 7. They're a little over a year apart. Um, or a little under a year apart. Anyway, he was pushing his pushing his brother around on it. And I said, you need to get running like really fast back there towards the pond. And when you start going down the slope, you throw it, and he'll go flying down and into the pond. Yeah, he started to try to do it. He started running towards the pond. He had an evil grin on his face. And Spider was like, no, he's trying to get off. He ended up turning the cart over. It could have been bad. It really could have been. He could have gotten hurt. But it was so funny. Yeah, I figure that's what grandparents are for. Be a bad influence. Give them candy before I leave to go home. Etc., etc., etc. We've got a table set up in front of the store. Cool shelving units. All stuff I just got rid of, right? Oh, man. Anyway, we're almost to the daughters, so it's going to be a short one today. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs down or thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Wherever you all leave comments on your internet access device of choice. If you'd like to share me around your social media, that'd be fandoculous. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, give them a call. Hit them up on Facebook. Let them know you think about them. Let them know you love them. We ain't promised tomorrow, people. We ain't promised the next breath. I'll see y'all again. I hope you have a fandoculous day. Lots, y'all. Narrow road, big bus.